I can't really say hello and welcome, because you've all been welcomed, you've all been here, you've all been big chillin'. I'm just kind of walking in on the last minute. But how's it going, everyone? It's, my name is Super64 Guy. I am a new Super Luigi U speedrunner, and I have the opportunity to commentate for you guys, even if I'm joining a little late on the bandwagon, even if, the tech is not up to snuff. We're all here. We're all doing our contribution. I'm honored to join late. Late is better than never, am I right? Am I right? At least that's what I hope. I've got me, I've got NSLU knowledge, and I've got a stack of laundry to fold. And I think together, all of those combine for a great evening, or day, or night, wherever you guys happen to be. How's it going, everyone? Thank you so much for watching. It looks like DCA, big chillin' here in Seven Castle. Now, one thing I know about DCA is he has a pretty hard time getting a 74, so I'm curious to see if he'll get that 74. And it looks like he will. Awesome. I know that was something he was struggling with. He was confused on how to get a 74. I have never seen him do movement, or I've never seen movement done like that to get a 74. But you know, whatever floats your boat, floats your boat. Am I right? Or am I right? Anyways, DC is going to be heading into the airship boss fight with Ludwig von Koopa. Pretty simple boss fight. The only really exciting thing here is you're going to see us take advantage of that flying power that the acorn has to be able to jump up and hit Ludwig before he goes into his normal phase. If you don't have an acorn here, you might know that Ludwig will go into a phase where he makes clones of himself, then you have to wait for the clones to come down. But thankfully with that power-up, we can avoid that cycle, and it becomes a pretty quick and easy boss fight. And it looks like we're done with that, and we'll be moving on to 7 Airship. Now, 7 Airship is known to have some, what looks to be a pretty tricky skip in the airship, but actually is somewhat simple overall. You're basically just going to be holding jump and flying at certain points in the level, and then it's kind of free. Now, we have seen a lot of runners struggle for this trick, typically, in this tournament. I have been one of those to happen to struggle on it, despite me saying it's very easy. We'll have to see how DCA does. We'll have to see how DCA does in this 7 Airship. I'm pretty confident in him. I send my best wishes to DCA. Hopefully, it permeates through the space-time continuum, and we do well. We'll have to see, though. We see him fly over. He's okay. It works. We're good. We are solid. We are through with that. I was a little worried, but I think we're going to be fine. and we'll be moving on to a short little auto-scroller followed by the Bowser Jr. fight, both of which are pretty simple, and I think will allow us to be pretty safe overall, especially with how DCA does the Bowser Jr. fight. He does it very uniquely compared to a lot of other runners I've seen, that I think in my mind is actually going to be a lot safer than the way most runners do it, in my personal opinion, due to the fact that you stay in the air the whole time, and I think you'll see that right here. What DCA is going to end up doing is he is going to fly on top, and then he's going to stay airborne the whole time. And what this avoids is possibly dealing with a crappy hitbox from flying up underneath Bowser Jr. I have lost many a run due to flying underneath Bowser Jr. to get on top of his head and then getting a bad hitbox. But I think by staying in that air, it makes it less likely to get hit by a dumb hitbox. And this game is known for having dumb hitboxes. Very solid airship. We're going to be splitting at about a 19, probably like a 19-2x. Coming out of World 7. That's pretty solid. That's about my split time, I think, for 7 airships. So this is a pretty decent pace for an NSLU run, not gonna lie. Possibly with no screw-ups, possibly seeing a 26 from DCA. Possibly seeing a PB. I mean, we'll have to see. We'll have to see how this goes. Just watching a cutscene here. Of course, we love the long cutscenes that NSLU brings. I swear there's probably only like 15 minutes of actual gameplay in this game. It's just mostly watching dumb cutscenes. Whatever, you live, you learn, you move on. And it looks like we will be moving on to one of 2 points, I believe, with RNG, causing a somewhat of a threat to your run. But thankfully, because we're playing the Wii U version, we'll be able to switch to Nabbit without any time loss, and the losing Acorn is not going to be an issue. It's just going to be more of, do we lose time? We'll have to see. We'll have to see if he does end up losing time here. There's a bunch of different ways you can lose time here. Not a bunch of ways, what am I saying? There's basically one significant way that you can lose time. Basically what we're going to see is we're going to see DiamondcrafterA running through this level. The level is a pretty simple level to run through. However, what you're going to see right here is there's going to be some meteors that fall down from the sky. We'll see where they fall. He gets center RNG, but because he's Nabbit, it's actually not that bad of a time loss. There are 3 different types of RNG you can get. You can get left side RNG, center RNG, and right side RNG. The RNG is dependent on... the RNG is going to be dependent on... We describe the RNG based on where that first fireball breaks those brick blocks up above. If it breaks them closer to the center, we call that center RNG. If it breaks it closer to the right side, we call it right side RNG. If it breaks it closer to the left side, it's called left side RNG. Right side RNG is the fastest. Left side RNG is the slowest, and center RNG is the hardest to do movement with if you're not playing as Nabbit. So ideally in the Wii U version, we're looking to get either center RNG or left side RNG because we're playing as Nabbit, so we're invincible, so we can get hit by fireballs with any fear. DCA messing up. 8-4 a lot. Oh dear. This is a pretty bad 8-4 for DCA. You can usually wall kick on the left side of the map there and be able to maneuver that really easily. But this is a very sloppy 8-4 and almost loses Acorn. Thankfully doesn't lose Acorn. And this is going to be a 78 flagpole. This is a pretty bad, 77 actually, wow. And I don't think not sure if he was trying to intentionally go for the 77 or if he messed that one up on accident and ended up getting the 77. I will say, I mean, it's not the end of the world. One of the nice things about, what we call in this game is called fireworks. Fireworks happens when you get double digits on the timer. And in this game, what happens when you get double digits is Toad gives you an extra power-up. We actually like the 77 in this game because the 77 will allow us to get another Super Acorn, and you have seen this run longer than I have, this race one. You know how broken that Super Acorn is in terms of allowing us to abuse movement throughout many of these levels. So as long as we can hold on to that Super Acorn, that's good. So if we lose Super Acorn, at least we can re-equip it. I think this can still be 26 pace. I'm faithful. Granted, we did lose probably about... Yeah, we lost like 10 seconds in 8-4, unfortunately. So we'll be cutting it close. fact, I'm actually not sure that this can 26. Going for a bit slower movement there as well. There's actually a way to fly through without having to fall down and fly back up. You can actually just fly through the electricity. The electricity hitboxes are actually a lot more generous than you think. And it looks like we're moving on to Castle. And if I had to guess, yeah, this is, I think, going to be a 27. At least from DCA. Not saving. Good, good. Saving takes time. Don't want to be doing that. We're all about going fast. You know what I'm saying? We're schmoovin'. Can't really be schmoovin' if we're saving. We'll see if DCA gets optimal movement here. Optimal movement's pretty challenging. He is going to be going for it, and he's too high. Not going to get it. There is, if you time your jump just right, you're actually going to be able to grab onto the right side of Bowser Jr.'s clown car, and he'll push you pretty significantly far into the level. It's going to allow you to get an 88 on the timer. But the inputs for that are pretty precise, and I'm not sure if anyone has come up with a consistent way to do that strategy. But we get that first switch pretty seamlessly, pretty easily. Looking here... This might still high 26. We'll have to see when he's able to have first input in the second part of the boss fight. If he gets first input lower than a 25 2x, this can probably, or sorry, lower than a 26 2x, this can probably still 26. I'm really bad at judging what pace people are on, especially if I haven't seen how they screw up earlier in the run. Pretty bad. Though I think this can 26, actually. Yeah, I don't know what I was thinking. This is absolutely going to 26. Which is pretty impressive, because there was a lot of time loss in this run. DCA kind of popping off, not gonna lie. Yeah, this will probably be a 26 4x, if I had to guess. Pretty slow Bowser movement, though. Probably lost a couple seconds there. Not the most optimal clown cart movement, but at least we have clown cart, and that's really all we can ask for. Did not choke first Bowser hit. Or second Bowser... Never mind, he did choke second Bowser hit. That is unfortunate. Oh, he's gonna get the clown cart! He's gonna lose some time. Wow! What hitbox was that? What hitbox was that? Oh my gosh! I cannot believe that. That looked like a kind of whack hitbox. Wow. Oh, that probably threw 27. Or 26. That's unfortunate. 27 exactly. That's unfortunate. That could have easily been 26 pace. That was a pretty bad final boss fight, though. Had we had a little bit more of an optimal boss fight, that would have easily been 26 pace. Lost a good chunk of time, though. I had to guess probably about 10 to 15 seconds there. That could have easily been a PB, I think. So I think DC's PB is still 26.56. That could have easily been PB pace. Not a bad run, though. Not a bad run, though. Nivadra finishing with a 26.19 according to chat, so unfortunately Nivadra is still going to be taking a dub. I probably should update that in commentator controls. Give me a sec. I'm going to trust that Nivadra is telling the truth. Of course, we can always check his local recordings afterwards, make sure the man is not cheating, because I know Nivadra. Of course, that man is going to swindle his way to victory. We all know. Let's be real. And we'll be resetting for... Hey, Nivadra, no worries. This is unwatchable. We're big chillin'. We're here having fun. I mean, I'm just here to talk and enjoy life. I mean, I'm folding laundry. It doesn't get much better than that. You know what I'm saying? What an honor. I'm having fun. And we'll be moving on to Race 2 eventually. I'll be able to commentate some more on the actual elements of the run. You won't just see gameplay, but you'll actually see... You get to hear the inside scoop of my opinions on the run that you've probably heard multiple times if you've come to this tournament over and over and over again. But of course, we always can talk about the same stuff over and over again. For that new for that new person that is watching. Excuse me. Cannot talk today. Nevertheless, solid run from both players. 27 flat is still not a bad time for NSLU, especially in a race. But cleaner 8-4 and a cleaner final Bowser would have definitely made for an easy PB. That alone, the final Bowser movement and his DCA's 8-4 alone combined probably lost about 20 to 30 seconds if I had to guess. If we're just given a big eyeball. Somewhere in that time range, maybe give or take 5 seconds. So that's a pretty big time loss. And it looks like Nivadra's taking a 5-minute breather, which I think we're all okay with. I guess in the meantime, what I can do is I can check the Discord and maybe make the second race time room for the runners. Make it easier on them. To go ahead and... Pardon me as I go ahead and set that up for everyone. Oh, I got a ping. Maybe someone did that. Oh, awesome. Someone's already jumping on that. Fantastic. I don't have to worry about that. Cool, cool, cool. Love to see it. Really appreciate that. Awesome. Make life easy for me. I appreciate it. I guess while we're waiting, I'm going to go ahead and shout out the staff at Speed Gaming. For those that don't know, there's actually a lot that goes on behind the scenes to make all of this lovely action happen for you guys. There's a moderator, at least one, for every single race that coordinates with the racers to see where they want to start their race, whether it's in race time or in SRL. There's that same mod also ends up working with the commentators to make sure that the commentators have the right equipment and the right technology to be able to watch the stream and update the score accordingly. And those same mods also create the race time rooms for the racers so that the racers can be able to successfully start their races. They do a lot of hard work behind the scenes, and I just get to sit up there and we, the runners and commentators, just kind of get to sit up there and take the blunt. But they are the stage crew behind the scenes, and they deserve your complete shout-outs. Today our moderator is Mind of Me, so you can go ahead and, if you want to give some appreciation, you can obviously go ahead and say thank you in the chat to our moderator, Mind of Me, for being able to hook us all up with this. We really appreciate the work that our mods do at Speed Gaming, and the opportunity that we get to be able to share some incredible content through that. So thank you so much for all the work the mods put into this. Speed Gaming do be kind of neat. It's a fact. We appreciate them as an organization. They do a lot of good work. And on that note, if you're interested in supporting Speed Gaming to be able to continue seeing things like a new Super Luigi U tournament, or to continue seeing various different other kinds of races, from randomizers to marathons, to that kind of like, feel free to subscribe on Twitch. If you're Twitch Prime and you're looking for where to give your Prime sub, this is a great place to do it, and goes directly to support Speed Gaming to be able to do all the incredible work that they have. So Twitch subs are always much appreciated. And if you're excited about learning what we're doing for this tournament, this NSLU tournament, we're actually pretty close to calling it quits. I think we have, after this match, there are, I believe, 2 more matches. I think we have, from there, we have the losers, finals, and then the grand finals, I believe, is all we have left. So you can see, our kind mod has generously given us the link to all of that. You can see linked in the chat. You can see the bracket, the schedule, and our Discord server. If you're interested in any of that, we would love to talk to you about all that kind of stuff. This tournament should be wrapping up here within the next couple of weeks. Actually, don't know when we're planning on having this tournament over with. My eyes, I think we could get this done with by the end of 2020. But I am not the tournament organizer. I'm not sure the path that we're taking with this tournament, but absolutely, you can still use those links to check out our bracket, check out our schedule, and if you are interested in knowing when matches are going on, feel free to join the Discord server we have to stay up to date with everything new Super Luigi U Tournament 2020 related. Could not have gotten any more awkward. Could not have said that any more awkwardly. I have water. I don't have that much water. Tell you what, chat. I think what I'm gonna do is I'm getting pretty thirsty, talking a lot, getting dry mouth. I'm gonna go ahead and get some water really quick, and then I'll be back, and I'll commentate on game 2. How does that sound? So I will be right back with some water in about 60 seconds. Welcome back, everyone. Looks like I came back just in time for the race to start. Looks like we can actually see some of Nivadra's footage. Unfortunately, it's not lined up. I think I have control over that, though, as an awesome commentator. I think I have control over it. Do I know how to perfectly control it? Really? Maybe I'll ask one of our mods to help me out with that, because I'm not too keen with that stuff. But let me sit down. Oh yeah, adjust volume, cropping, and sync. That sounds like something to click on and fix. There is an option for syncing the streams. I don't know if it's like, if I just type that and it will just delay. Whoa, it stopped. I hope that wasn't me messing with someone else. Whoa. That's so cool. It has indeed paused. Whether that was my doing or the mods, I have absolutely no clue. I'm gonna say shout outs to the mods. They're probably the ones making that happen. I pressed buttons. If anything, I'm probably getting in the way. I'm probably being that one annoying dude. Let's be real. Nivadra somehow... Did he start his timer later? Did he mess up 1-1 somehow and I didn't notice? Timer's he's pretty far behind right now, considering what's going on. He is playing this as Nabbit, though, which, you'll notice DCA played this level as Luigi. Nabbit loses about, what am I saying? Nabbit saves half a second on this level if you play it optimally. It looks like Nivadra did happen to play it optimally, getting a 76 on the flagpole. Luigi can only get a high 75, whereas Nabbit can get a low 76. It saves about half a second, if you're able to play optimally, which is pretty phenomenal. And Nivadra's going to go for it. It is a lot riskier, though, because you have to time some spin inputs pretty quickly, whereas Luigi, you can just kind of fly to that end there. So it's a little bit trickier, it's a little bit riskier, but definitely worth going for if you feel like you're pretty consistent at it. Meanwhile, we'll be moving on to One Secret. One Secret is an underwater level, and we played as Nabbit. You probably have noticed this by now, so I probably don't... This goes without saying, but I'll go ahead and explain it. Nabbit is a character that you can play as in multiplayer, and they added him in single player with a little cheat code. You can press and hold, I believe it's the ZL trigger. I run this on Switch, so I'm not sure actually what it is, but I believe it's either the left bumper or the left trigger on the Wii U gamepad, and you'll be able to enter at any level as a Nabbit. And Nabbit is the trade-off that Nabbit has. The plus side is that he's completely invincible, makes water levels really easy, because we can just swim right through the little cute fishies. It is a lot... We don't see a lot of Nabbit, though, because unfortunately, due to his invincibility, he's unable to actually use any power-ups. And this is a bit of a problem because we like that Super Acorn. That Super Acorn gives us a lot of vertical height with that increased spin jump height, and a lot of horizontal coverage with that fly ability. So we really like to be able to use that Acorn, and so you don't see Nabbit used a lot in the run. However, we will see what I can say is that for some reason, and this is super weird, but basically any level that is just as fast with Nabbit as Luigi, that is any level where having the Super Acorn actually doesn't save any time. Such as like a horizontal level where you're just jumping and running through the level, something simple like that. It's actually faster to play that level as Nabbit, due to the fact that Nabbit actually has a faster flagpole animation for some reason. He slides down the flagpole a lot quicker. And so because he slides down the flagpole a lot quicker, of course you want to save the time, so we're going to play every level as equally as fast with Luigi as Nabbit. Which means that you'll see some levels where that actually comes into play. It comes into play in 7 Ghost House as well as 7-2. And then I think that's it. Well, 8-1 as well. You saw that with 8-1. And 5S, actually, for that matter. Because 5S is an auto-scroller. So, not like you can't do that faster. Or slower, or anything like that. But meanwhile, we finished with 5-1. What happens after 5-1 is we did talk to Toddy Bugatti. I mean, his name is Toad, but I like to refer to him as Toddy Bugatti. The big fat thotty. We had to watch him talk about how Nabbit stole stuff from him, stole some power-ups, and that you can go back and save Nabbit, but we're not interested in saving Nabbit, we're interested in beating the game as fast as possible. Fun fact, if you're playing on the Nintendo Switch version of this game, and you finish 5-1 or 2-1 as Nabbit, you actually can skip that cutscene entirely, because there's no point in Toad talking to Nabbit about Nabbit taking his power-ups. That's just... weird interdimensional crap that I don't think any of us want to use our brains for. So you'll see in the Switch version, we actually skip that cutscene with that tactic. But unfortunately, we can't do that in the Wii U version, because we cannot choose what character we play as indefinitely. Very solid 5-3, though. This is, again, 5-3 is actually another classic example of a level that is just as fast with Luigi as it is with Nabbit, so we play as Nabbit because the flagpole animation's faster. But we'll switch back to Luigi for 5 Tower, because 5 Tower, we're really going to want to use that Acorn. You saw it last run. I'll explain it a little bit in detail this time, so we can actually see what's going on. Basically, we're going to use that spin jump to get some height to get on that big question block, and then fly to this wall, and spin jump wall kick over this ball and chain, and perfectly time some spins to grab onto this wall right here. And then wall kick up this, and we skip that entire auto-scroller of riding that snake block. This trick is a lot harder than it looks. For one, timing that ball and chain can sometimes be a little bit challenging. Second of all, you notice that DCA did exactly 4 spins. If you were counting them, he did exactly 4 spins to grab onto the wall on the other side of the ball and chain. If you don't do exactly 4 spins, you will not be able to grab onto that wall, and you will die. I mean, unless you're good at backups, then you can probably back it up, but generally, odds are not in your favor if you mess that up. Additionally, you have to time those spins perfectly, or else you will not get exactly 4 spins. So it takes a lot of muscle memory to get used to knowing when to spin, to not screw that up. Nivadra's got some choppy frame rate, but I am noticing that he does not have Acorn, which is not looking good for him. That's going to put DCA at a pretty big advantage. Sorry, just getting some water. Sorry about that, got IRL'd for a second. But you can see he lost it again? Oh, Nivadra. Hopefully he knows about the backup Acorn on the left side of the map. Not sure, though. Ugh, I'm totally screwing up my commentary. Oh my gosh, DCA taking a death in 5 Ghost House. That's unfortunate. That's kind of an oof moment. He does know about that backup Acorn. Good. That's actually really unfortunate for DCA, because he loses Acorn. If you die as Nabbit, you lose your Acorn. He'll have to remember to play as Luigi in 5 Secret to get a backup Acorn. Misses the star. That's unfortunate. This is a pretty... That's not how you do that movement, DCA, but okay. Pretty rough Ghost House for DCA. That's unfortunate. That's gonna look like about a 76, I think. Yeah, 76 on the timer, unfortunately. Thankfully, you can get Acorns in 5S, so hopefully he remembers to not play as Nabbit in 5S to get the Acorns. It will lose some time, unfortunately, but nothing noticeable, and definitely something he should go for. Especially considering that he has a very substantial lead right now. But here we go, entering 5S, and he did remember to play as Luigi, thank goodness. You can get Acorn in this level, you can get a mushroom in this first brick block here. It's the first brick block, dude! Dude, what are you doing? DCA, DCA, DCA! Oh, this is not good, and he is not going to be getting Acorn. That... there are no more Acorns, bud. Yeah, that was your one shot, and you blew it. Yes, Nivadra does in fact happen to be playing on PowerPoint. It's actually the new thing with speedrunning, is that all talented speedrunners now actually play using Microsoft PowerPoint. It is the new tech that we've all discovered. DCA, you're not gonna get those red coins, bro. I hate to break it to you. You had a massive misplay. For those that want to know, you actually can get an Acorn in this level, and the way you do it is, you might remember back to the beginning of the level, there were 2 brick blocks and a big question mark block. The mushroom is in the left brick block of those 2 brick blocks. You can get a mushroom there, and then you can get an Acorn from the normal question block afterwards. So, unfortunately, he did not know about that, so he's not going to be getting an acorn, and he's not going to be getting another acorn until 7-2. With 7-2 reds. Now, what I'm excited to see is he going to play this as Luigi, or is he going to no-balls this and play this as Nabbit? Oh, Discord's pinging. I should probably mute that. I apologize. I apologize, is what I meant to say. Let me go ahead and mute Discord for a bit here. I apologize. Sorry about that. No one wants to listen to me giving off Discord pings. He goes for Nabbit. Oh, and we're dead. Oh, never mind. I'm actually the biggest idiot on the planet, and he is not going for... That's dead. You're dead. You're dead. You... What? Oh my god, DCA, bro. Yeah. So, fun fact. You actually can finish this level as Nabbit faster than as Luigi. He's dead. Yup. I will say, it is incredibly hard to play this level as Nabbit. He should play this as Luigi. He's continuing to play this as Nabbit. My guy, no. No, this is not the play, dude. This was not the play. This was not the play. But we're playing this as Nabbit. Anyway, fun fact, you actually can do Nabbit faster than with Luigi, even though Luigi has Acorn. Nabbit can get a high 76 if done perfectly optimally. You are making that. We're good. And then just wait on that platform. Wall kick, wall kick, wall kick, wall kick. Oh, or that. That works too. Yeah, so it's a lot harder to play this level as Nabbit because you don't have the flight, so it's pretty challenging to get those perfect inputs. You have to spin at pretty precise inputs to be able to do it correctly. Please play as Luigi so we can get... Why are you playing as Nabbit, bro? Oh dear. Oh dearie me. This race is kind of falling apart for DCA. Because what you're going to find out is that there's a red coin ring right here, and if you collect all of those red coins, you actually get an acorn. Which meant he could have had an acorn for the rest of the run. Now, unfortunately, it's going to be very challenging for him to get an acorn. He might know that there is an acorn in, let's see. The next acorn would be in Ghost House. He might know about the acorn in Ghost House. He might, if he doesn't know about that acorn in Ghost House, the next and final acorn he can get is in 7 Airship. And if that's true, then he's going to have to do 7 Airship without an acorn, which is already pretty darn hard. Things are basically not looking good for our friend DCA here. He's not playing as Nabbit here. He might be thinking that you can get a, Does he think that you can get a acorn in Tower? Because if so, he's wrong. What? I don't even understand what DCA is trying to do here. Oh boy. This is hot stuff. Juicy gameplay. Yeah, it's gonna be pretty hard for DCA, to do, because he's also not gonna be able to do Kamek pretty fast. Meanwhile, Nivadra's kind of popping off. Nivadra's honestly, at this point, probably caught up at this point, if I had to guess. I mean, it's hard to tell because he's playing choppy. But unless Nivadra throws pretty big, DCA is going to have a very hard time to come back and take this dub with the strats that he's choosing to implement. And this is where you see, this is what happens in a lot of races, is you can play really well, but you mess up once and you don't know any backups, you're going to be pretty screwed. And it's clearly evident that DCA doesn't really know any of the backups in this game. And if things go his way, oh, he could have had that second hit. That would have actually been insane. Oh, wow, that could have been so sick. But it's clearly evident that if you don't know the backups, it's going to be pretty hard. And so it's really important that you know your backups and practice your backups. He almost got that. Had he done more ground pounds, More ground pound cancels, he would have easily been able to hit that. I think that he is, at this point, behind... Oh, you're not making that either. Oh, you are making that. No, you're not. Yes, you are. I'm talking. Well, I'm just blabbing. I'm mouthing. Yeah, at this point, DCS looks like he's probably at least 30 seconds behind, if not more. This is pretty rough. I should note that RNG, fun fact, is completely RNG based, in terms of where Chemic spawns. So, I mean, it's very possible that Nivadra gets crap RNG, and then DCA is not that far behind. But if I had to guess, Nivadra's gonna get hopefully good RNG. That's looking like a 2-cycle. It looks like DCA is not opting to go for the backup Acorn in 7 Ghost House. DCA clearly showing he has absolutely no idea what the backups are, which is going to come and haunt him at the end of the day. It's going to make it really hard for him to come back. A lot of misplays, I think, on his part, unfortunately. Oh, but it also looks like that Nivadra got crap RNG as well, so... He actually might not be that... He actually might still be in the lead. It's hard to tell because Nivadra's footage is so choppy, but... He might still actually be maintaining a sort of lead. It depends. We'll also have to see if Nivadra goes for a backup Acorn. Because DCA is not going for any backups at all. He's just going to be doing Nabbit % for the rest of the run, it looks like. So we'll have to see if Nivadra goes for the backup Acorn and Ghost House. My guess is he does know his backups, because, I mean, those that don't know, he actually has the world record in the Switch version. So my guess is he does know his backups, and he will be getting the backup Acorn in Ghost House. He's entering the level. Hard to tell. Yup, he is going for the backup Acorn as Luigi. Hopefully he gets it. He struggled with this backup before. It is a pretty hard backup because you have to get the Mushroom and the Acorn. Fade to Black makes me feel like he died? I'm worried? Oh, no, he's at the end. We just didn't see him get the backup. Hopefully he got the Acorn, though. Hopefully nothing bad happened. Nope! He did not get the Acorn, unfortunately. Okay. What a wild ride, folks. Oh, he's going for the 77 instead of getting... Oh, interesting. Interesting. So, fun fact, you actually don't need to get the 77 on the flagpole to get the Acorn in the 7 Ghost House. You actually can get a Mushroom and an Acorn in 7 Ghost House. But he unfortunately decided to go for that instead. DCA is done with Castle. Nivadra going to be losing some time, but at the end of the day, saving much more time than DCA, because my guess is, not to put a commentator's curse, but my guess is DCA is going to have a hard time with 7 Airship, because he's not going to have Acorn to be able to just fly his way to the end. And the question that we're all going to see, the age-old question, will Nivadra go as Luigi so he can get the backup Acorn at the end of Airship, or is he going to go as Nabbit and we will not be seeing any more Acorns for the rest of the run, possibly losing a good 30 seconds a minute, depending on how bad his gameplay is. I don't know if you actually can play. I wonder. So I actually don't own a Wii U. I only run this on Switch. Now I have a question. I'm going to probe Nivadra for this. And maybe if there are top runners in the chat on the Wii U version, you can answer this for me. I don't think you can play this as Nabbit unless you intentionally take a death here. I think you have to play this as Luigi. He's going to ride this, it looks like. He is going to ride it, I think. No, there's no way. He's not. Okay, no, he's going to wait. He's going to ride the cloud. You can get this Acorn here. There's an Acorn in the middle box, by the way. Dude! Oh, never mind. It's the right box. I'm wrong. I meant the right box. I know this game, I swear. That was not a half bad backup by DCA. It is unfortunate he could have gotten that backup as early as 7-2. But hey, better late than never, am I right? This is a pretty rough run for both players, though. Hard for me to tell who's in the lead, though. I think probably DCA, but it's pretty close. Depends on if DCA chokes World 8. We saw him choke 8-4. If Nivadra plays a perfect World 8 and DCA chokes, we could see Nivadra take this last game. Nice one from DCA, though. Nice. Fun fact, if you actually land on the farthest left block, you actually save about a second. The reason you do is because those blocks fall from left to right, and this cutscene triggers when you pass the bottom of the screen. And of course, if they fall from left to right, then if you're standing on the leftmost block, you'll hit the loading zone faster. Because the left block is the block to fall first. This is looking on pace for 28 if I had to guess. This is pretty rough. Pretty ouchies. Put the band-aids on, because this one stings. Oh, mega massive ouchies. But alas, we're still playing the game. We're still schmoving around. Or schmoving as best as we can. DC will probably be entering 8-1 at a 23 OX. Kinda rough. Kind of an oofies. And we're moving on to 8-1. Let's see what kind of RNG. I talked about this last run, the 3 different types of RNG, center, left side, and right side, based on what that first fireball hits in relation to those top blocks at the end. DCA plays perfectly optimal. Actually, another fun fact, if you don't play perfectly optimally, the cycle here is completely ruined. Oh, that's a yikes that we get left side. That's unfortunate. That loses about a second. That is the slowest bit of RNG you can get. And that is going to get a 74. Highly unfortunate. Oh no! I'm just looking over and noticing that Nivadra lost Acorn. Yee. Ladies and gentlemen, we're moving on to possibly seeing a game 4. Or did I just say game 4? I meant game 3. DCA again not going for optimal 8-4. I don't know if he just doesn't know how to do optimal 8-4 or what, but that's still a huge time loss. I mean, granted, he's going for pipe jump, which is also not, you lose time if you miss it. That's not something worth going for. 81 can easily get an 86. There's an easy 5 seconds of time save for DCA. So that's unfortunate. And we're moving on to 8 elevator. Gonna do some elevator skips. Chat is telling me that Nivadra's stream is working perfectly on his channel, so thank you for letting me know that, and I will do everything in my power to see what I can do to make it work. I really appreciate those of you in chat who are actively helping out in that regard. Just make sure that you're giving some patience to the team that's making this happen, as always. Oh wow, that is running pretty optimally. But yeah, patience is key. Some grace would also be much appreciated. Thank you so much for your understanding. We really appreciate it, and we understand that this is pretty hard. I think Nivadra, I guess, decided to quit. I think he's still going, it's just timer's delayed. But yeah, some patience could be great. And again, oh, DCA, don't go for that movement. That's slower. That's a lot slower, especially if you mess up like that. That's unfortunate. It's about 5 seconds of time lost off of the not even optimal movement. But yeah, thank you guys so much for your patience and your understanding. We really do appreciate you wanting to make this event the best it possibly can be, and for that we can thank you enough. Shoutouts again to Mind of Me, our moderator for today, behind the scenes making all of this happen. No easy feat, especially considering that Nivadra's been having internet issues on and off all evening. Shoutouts again to Mind of Me for making all our dreams come true and helping us out with this fantastic tournament. We couldn't thank you enough. That being said, boys, we're moving on to the final boss. Possibly going to a game 3. Hard for me to tell because I have no clue what Nivadra's timestamp is. If I had to make a guess, Nivadra's probably significantly far behind. Would be my guess. But we'll have to see what's going on here. DC is coming in on the final boss. Should be an easy 28 for him. Shouldn't be any reason he doesn't end with a 28XX. Unless he really does bad. But this should be a very easy 28. Can't remember how fast this is, but give or take 5 seconds. It's about a 45-second boss fight. Again, give or take 5 seconds. I think it could be as low as 40. Could be as high as 50. And we're in the clown card again, going for this second hit, so we might be fine. Going for hit 2. There's hit 2. Hopefully, oh yeah, Bowser's gonna be super nice. We're gonna be fine. We're getting all 3 hits. Nothing to worry about. We're getting all 3 hits. Why did you crash down though, broski? That was actually the optimal play. Oh, he's getting his comp card back. No way! I just saw. Oh. That's an oofty. That's a big oofty. What's also gonna be a big oofty is if DCA dies here. That's gonna be real. That's gonna be a real big oofty. Hopefully he doesn't die. Oh dear. Oh dear. Oh dear. I think we're fine. I think we're good. We're good. No way. No way, dude. Oh my god. If there is any way... Oh, DCA is so screwed. Just run under. Okay, we're good. This is gonna be really close. If DCA dies, this is gonna be game to Nivadra. Because keep in mind... Oh, no, we're done. Okay, 29:55. I'm really curious to see if Nivadra beats that. That went to crap at the end, unfortunately. Thankfully, no death, but if Nivadra plays pretty well, would not surprise me if he gets a better time. We will have to wait in chat and see what happens. I'm actually in the race room, so I know. It doesn't look like he did it. If you'll all excuse me, I think we're trying to figure out how this race 3 is going to work, because I think DCA, unfortunately, has to leave. Oh, I'm not entered in. That's why I can't chat. Haha. Alright, I think unfortunately we're not going to be getting a, we're not going to be getting a round 3. I think unfortunately DCA has a commitment and he's going to have to leave. But we can get Nivadra in here for an interview to talk about what this Game 3 possibly means and what's going to end up happening. So give me one quick second to invite Nivadra to all of this. And then we can get this show on the road. We apologize for the inconvenience that this may bring, that we cannot, unfortunately, finish this, that we can, unfortunately, finish out this, finish this out. I'm now just looking at Twitch chat, and holy cow, that's actually a really close, that's a really close run, oh my word. Wow. And then maybe Nivadra will join us soon. What an exciting 2 matches. And more exciting still to see round 3 possibly coming later on. Well, not possibly, it's definitely going to happen. We'll just have to... Nivadra, how's it going, my boy? Oh? Hello? Oh, well, I hear whistling. Hello! I'm just saying hi.
You hear me now?
My boy.
Cool.
Chat.
Hi.
Get the tea. Spill the tea. Spill it for the fans. I want to know. How we feeling?
Okay, you're breaking up a lot because, again, my internet is garbage. Am I breaking up on your side?
And again? You are breaking up on my side, yes.
Am I breaking up on your side?
Maybe on your phone with cellular data? Question mark?
Yeah, I'm just calling from there just because my computer clearly can't handle it. Alright, I'm just ending my stream right now, hoping that my internet will get a little better. Sorry, okay. I'm making this up as I go.
You're good. Hey, no worries.
It sounds like it's better now, right? Ended stream.
Yeah, it sounds a lot better.
Cool.
For one, that was a really close last game. DCA finished with like a 29 5x, and you finished with a 30 0x. Oh my. I had a chance of taking it at the end. After how DCA screwed that. If DCA had died, that would have been yours.
Yeah, honestly, I was looking at Final Bowser, like, while I was there, I was wondering, how has he not hit the finish button yet? Did he forget?
Yeah, no, he came very close to dying. I was shocked that death was imminent. big
Extremely
shocker for
impressive
me.
man.
I mean, pretty rough for both of you all the way around. I
Yeah, that was
think
a rough round too.
DCA could have had a much easier win if he understood what backups were. Because I was commentating on his run, he did not go for a backup in 7-2. He lost Acorn in 5 Ghost House. He died in 5 Ghost House. He lost
Wait.
Acorn there.
Why did he play Nabbit?
So he played his Nabbit in Ghost House, and he just straight up didn't jump, and he just walked off to his doom in Ghost House.
Oh.
So
Yeah,
his jump input got eaten. So he lost Acorn in Ghost House, and then I think was thinking, oh, I'll get an Acorn in 5 secret, but forgot where the mushroom was at the beginning of the run, before the question block with the Acorn. So couldn't get the Acorn. And then died a bunch of times in 7-1 because he was insistent on playing as Nabbit there, and that didn't go so hot. And then didn't know about Reds in 7-2, and didn't know about Acorn in Ghost House. So we didn't get a backup Acorn until Airship.
I don't know, man. I just feel like if DCA pulls out the Mario Wiki, I'm gonna get destroyed in round 3.
Well, I mean, you are world record holder for the Switch version, and I mean, it's been a while since you've been doing some runs, so I mean, you're rusty, but I mean, you clearly showed that you've still got the talent. Like you can come back and get it.
That's
the
goal.
We've yet to see DC PB in this tournament. He's got or maybe that's not true. Maybe he did PB in this tournament, but 26-56 when you've got a 26 OX. I mean, you've got a lot of room to breathe, and we've clearly seen from DC's experience in this tournament, not going to be getting 26s often in this tournament. So you've got a lot of breathing room. Just build that consistency up.
Yeah, that's what I'm like. It seems like, again, we're doing round 3. I have no idea when. I'm just gonna have to grind hard and pray I could get something over 27.
Grind some hard, get some 27 2Xs or better, and if you can do that, you'll be pretty set.
Yeah, I mean, if I can get like another 26, I think I'm set.
Yeah. Did you do any practice before this match, out of curiosity? Could you repeat that, please?
I went in completely blind, and that was a very stupid idea.
Ah, okay. Well, I mean, you still got a 26-19, which completely blind is kind of nice.
Yeah, I think.
I think. I mean, look at the leaderboards. That's pretty darn good. IMO.
Okay. Please stop playing me more. But as for like where my round 2 run went wrong, because I know basically no one could see it. It was basically everywhere. Like I died on 1-1. What else? 5-1 was just slow. I forgot to switch to Nabbit on 5-3, so I got bodied and lost Acorn there.
Ooh.
And because of that,
I looked at Tower and I was like, "You have no Acorn. What happened?" And that's what happened.
Yeah, I grabbed red coins, then got hit again, so I had to ride it. It's a long list. I think you guys see the point.
Yeah, we saw a lot of those. I mean, it was choppy, but I could generally tell what kind of errors were going on every once in a while. Yeah, absolutely. Well, I think without further ado, I think I'm gonna go ahead and end stream. Is there anything else you would like to say before I go ahead and call this?
Yeah. Guys, I swear I'll fix my frame rate. I'm sorry. I know that was painful. Like, calling it a PowerPoint is kind of insulting.
But we do appreciate the support that you guys have been giving in chat, despite how chaotic this evening has been. We hope you'll join us again, possibly later this evening, to continue this round 3. I think that round 3 will probably happen some point today or tomorrow. I think we're generally, slowly here in the United States, we're generally shifting into winter break mode as time goes on.
Mode.
As in grind mode this week. Let's go!
Grind on Santa, yeah.
Yeah, obviously is what I meant, not grinding, studying, because I'm totally not scared for CS Final. What are you talking about?
Exactly. They don't even know. They don't even know.
But thank you guys so much for your support. We really appreciate it. Shoutouts again to the staff we have here at Speed Gaming for giving us the opportunity to do this, despite the kind of quality we were having. Thank you to Nivadra for racing. Thank you to DCA for racing. We'll see you guys. Happy holidays. Let's get some festive cheer. That's happening now. That too. We all can appreciate.
It's like one of the days of Hanukkah right now. That's pretty cool.
That is cool. Celebrate as you see fit, chat. Guys, round 3 later on. Take care. Bye-bye for now.
Bye-bye, liberals.